So, I just have to show you guys my new alarm clock. He's been doing that for days now. It's kind of cool. And he will normally peck on the window, but probably because I was right there, he didn't do that. But he'll land on the window and then he'll peck on it. And he'll jump into the tree and then he'll whistle. I don't know if you can hear him or not. I know my birds are in there whistling, but he has the most beautiful whistle. He's on the other window right now. I want to hear him. Oh, there he is. You hear him? I was trying to find him, but I can't find him. But yeah, he just hangs out in the apple tree right here and jumps between the apple tree and my bedroom window. Well, it's a beautiful spring morning. Our greenhouse is starting to look a little more like a greenhouse. Brooke and I put these boards in here the other day. They are 2x4x8s and they fit perfectly right in here. And so that way I have a little bit of a shelf to put some of my plants on. And these are the seeds that we started a while back. Got our peppers here, tomatoes and cucumbers. I need to get them planted. Some of my tomatoes aren't looking so great. They have a purplish cast to them. I think it's mostly just due to the cool temperatures. When it's cold, tomatoes can't absorb phosphorus really well, and so when they turn purple like that, that's a sign that they are low on phosphorus. There's a few things you can do to correct it. One of the things you can do is add Epsom salt to the water when you water them. But they really just need to be planted, and I'm hoping to get them in the ground in the next day or two. What spinach came up is looking really good, I think. Radishes are doing good. I replanted some more lettuce over here a few days ago, so I'm hoping it'll come up soon. Over here my red leaf lettuce is doing really good. These are the ones that I started from seed in the house and then I transplanted them out here. So I'm thinking that may be the way to go next time I want to plant lettuce, is I might just go ahead and start it in the house and then transplant it out here. We had one bean survive out of the first ones we planted, so I recently planted more the other day and they're starting to come up. So it'll be interesting to see how the green beans do in here. So a while back I was trying to figure out what in the world is growing in our garden. And then it dawned on me, it's alfalfa. Several years ago I mulched our garden with some old alfalfa bales that we had, and there obviously was some seeds in there, and so now it's grown in my garden. I've been doing some research and I've found that alfalfa is actually really good to mulch your garden with because it adds lots of goodies to the soil. But I'm still trying to figure out if alfalfa is actually good to have growing in your garden and if it adds any benefits or not. Because if it does, I'll probably just maybe go ahead and leave it, but if it doesn't, I want to get it out of here. It leaves the roots, but you can pull up the plant like this pretty easy. So what I think I'm going to do is just go ahead and pull it all up. Lay it out there like that to dry. And feed it to the goats. Because why not? There we go. That'll give them a nice little snack at least. It looks a little bit better through here anyway. I still have a few more to pull. But I'm going to quit on that for just a bit because the weeds have kind of taken over this area of my garden right here. And I'm still trying to decide what the best route's going to be, whether to till it up or whether just to cover it up or what. So I decided for now I'm going to cover it up with this black plastic just to get ahead. But first, before I do that, looks like the goats got out and Brooke needs some help.
That was pretty easy, but
Yeah,
they could have just went straight to the alfalfa patch too.
and that would have been harder to get them back.
Yeah.
These darn goats. I decided since there's a ton of alfalfa growing out here, I just pull it up and dry it out, feed it to goats.
Oh, that's cool. I was wondering what you were doing.
So now back to the task at hand. So we got her done. As I said before, we're just going to leave it and then I'll figure out what I'm going to do with it later. But at least we're on our way to getting the weeds killed off in this area. Our potatoes are coming up and looking really, really good. Brooke and I were talking, we probably almost need to go get some more hay and cover them up a little bit more so they can continue growing. Did you guys hear about the storm here in Kansas? It was around Iuka, Kansas. That's not too far from here. The company that my husband works for actually is located in that town. But anyway, they had some pretty bad wind over there and it actually did quite a bit of damage over there. It's pretty scary. The kids and I were in town at the time. We live close to Pratt, and Iuka is just a little ways north of Pratt, and we are just a little ways south of Pratt. And so the kids and I were out shopping that day. We were at Walmart, and when we went into Walmart, we noticed the dark clouds off to the west. We thought it looked kind of bad, but it didn't look really, really bad. So we went in and went shopping, and then we heard the storm come, and it was loud. And there's a lot of hail and rain, and the wind was awful. And then, so we were kind of like trapped in Walmart for a while until it blew over. But anyway, it was crazy because I texted my mom to see if how things were out here, and there wasn't even a storm out here. We weren't getting any rain, nothing. So anyway, but then later on, the rest of that storm blew through, and then we ended up getting some nice, much-needed rain. So now we are busy getting some more seeds planted.
Yep.
planting a whole bunch of marigolds because I'd like to plant them in and around the tomatoes and all of the veggies in the garden. And I thought, well, you know, it would save a lot of money if we just tried to start our own. And then if that doesn't work out, then we'll buy them. But sometimes we have luck with that and sometimes we don't, so we're just gonna try it and go from there. So anyway, we should have gotten them done a long time ago, but we just didn't get around to it as we've normally been doing this year. So since it's warmer out, we're going to go ahead and plant them, and then we're going to put them out in the greenhouse and see how that works. And then that way I could go ahead and get my little greenhouse in the kitchen taken down, and we can get more room in here again. It is a gorgeous day out. There's hardly any wind. There's just a light breeze. But let me tell you, it is hot in here. And I even have the door open and the windows open. I think some shade cloth would really help out a lot in here, and I plan to get some ordered. I did some research, and I think I'm gonna order some aluminum shade cloth. And not only does it shade the greenhouse, but it also deflects some of the heat. And then in the wintertime, it works to help kind of hold the heat in. I think that would be a great thing to try out, and I plan to get that ordered soon and then get it up in here. So in the meantime, I'm trying to do anything I can to cool it down in here. And so every day about this time, when it's really warm out, like today, I will come out here and just water down the beds, and then that usually helps cool it down some.